Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today we are kicking off a brand new season, the season of summer, with a brand new series, Series 11. We're going to focus on the weekly Forzathon challenges, apple of my eye, focusing on retro supercars, one of the best divisions in the game. Some of the coolest cars are in that division. So without further ado, if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. And let's jump into the apple of my eye. Series 11 is absolutely packed full of cars. We've got the MC12 FE, the Bugatti T35C. We have, what else do we have? We have the Pontiac TA73, the DS3 Racing, the Challenge Stradale 360. And then that's just summer. So awesome. We've also got the Impala 96, the Pontiac GTO, the MB X-Class, the Mercedes-Benz. We've got a Nissan GTR 95, BMW M3 GTR, McLaren 12C. That's just awesome. Winter, we have the Regera, the Koenigsegg CCX, the Chevrolet ZR2. We have the Mercedes-Benz GT4 2018, the Ford Mustang S5, I believe it's the RTR. That's just winter. And then spring, we've got the Caterham R500 FE, the Tuscan TVR, the Jeep Wrangler DD, the Renault 5 Turbo FE, the Ferrari Dino. Update 11 is absolutely packed full of cars to unlock, so we need to make sure we're getting the seasons complete and the overall playlist complete as well. But today, we're going to focus on the apple of my eye, which is a little bit weird to say. But let's jump into Chapter 1, Brave New World. Own and drive any retro supercar. I would be glad to. For this challenge, I am making an absolute beeline for the 911 GT2 Porsche. It's an absolute beast and should have no problem in getting these challenges complete. Here we go, own and drive. I've had the car delivered to me, so Brand New World is completed. But if you like your festival, house or playlist, or even the Lego Master Builder's baseplate thing, just hop outside, drive 4 seconds down the road, and it has the same effect. I do like these weekly Forzathon challenges where we're not tied down to one car. We've got retro supercars and there's tons of cars to choose from. So, with Chapter 1 complete, own and drive any retro supercar, it's on to Chapter 2, Pure Class. Have a taste of luxury, speed and style as you race a retro supercar to victory and win 3 road racing series events. As I'm sure you're all aware by now, the road racing series events are the light blue icons on the map. You've got a couple of options for this chapter. You can either go and do a sprint race, a circuit race, you can make a little bit of money and go and do the Goliath, which I recommend because it's kind of cool. Or if you're looking to do it quickly, you can go and search for a blueprint. I'm sure somebody has made a race that takes about 10 seconds to complete. For me, I'm going to go for Ambleside Sprint because it goes up those little hairpins and I quite enjoy this race. It's quite a nice, fun little race. Now, I did say to win 3 road racing events, so to make sure that I win this, I'm going to knock the difficulty down just a smidge to highly skilled so that I'm not having to do these races more times than I have to. Here we go, race number 1 underway. My tune will be up for download. If you want to go and grab it, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or the file name Skippy YouTube. Hopefully, it'll make light work of these guys. We're in class S1 900. We are rear wheel drive, so it's a little bit skittish like there. But overall, it's a pretty solid tune. Once I get past a few of these guys, get out in the lead. There we go, into the lead we go. Fighting the Jag HJ220 there. Give it up, but we are through. And across the line, race number 1 in the bag. Remember to finish first, that is a requirement for this chapter. 1 minute 45.138. And across the line for race number 2 in the bag. First place for the Porsche. 1 minute 45, that's a lot slower that time. Here we go, third and final race complete. Across the line, we are first place once again for a 1 minute 45.2. There we go, that should be chapter number 2, Pure Class, completed. So there we go, chapter 2, Pure Class, win 3 road racing series events completed. On to chapter 3, a wool and a yard wide. With engineering that was ahead of its time, use your retro supercar to unlock 3 stars at the Roman Mile Speed Trap. Filter the map by speed traps, and I have no idea where this one is, so I'm going to go ahead and find it if I can. Where are you? The Roman Mile, there we go, found it. Oh, 225, that could be an issue. Right, so we're definitely coming in from the right-hand side or the east, because we go around this little corner and then just punch it down that straight road. But I think that there is the train track. It is, which could be a little bit of a bump, or the train could be there. So hopefully that won't be an issue. I'm going to come in from this side then. So I'm going to go from here and just absolutely cane it towards that speed trap. So once again, I'm using the Porsche 911 GT2. I don't know if this is going to be capable of doing this. I'm just going to rip it towards it and see. I might need some further upgrades or a different car. It's looking promising though. We're doing 140 in third. We've still got quite a few gears to go. It's 150. 160 dealt with quite quickly. Right, now we've got the long straight to get to 225. Come on, Porsche. I believe in you. Up to fifth. There's a little bump. Not as much of a bump as I thought. Downhill. Plenty of speed. Nope. 194. We're going to need a new car or some upgrades. Okay, I feel a little bit silly because there's plenty of cars here that are going to work, i.e. the Bugatti EB110, 1.7 million in the auto showroom. The Jaguar XJ220 is another one. The MC12, the McLaren F1, the R390, the Carrera GT, the Saleen S7. Plenty of cars at your disposal. I'm going to try... Well, I'm just going to use the McLaren F1. Here we go then, already at 160 in the F1, around the little bend, mind whatever that was. Now, that's a lot better, that's 190 already. We've still got a little downhill bit to go. Hope there's nothing over the brow of this hill. Let's get on the right side of the road, up a gear. Come on, 220, 210.
Arrived at your destination.
Here we go, the Ferrari Enzo, already at 220. Flying along at a lick of knots. This tune's up for download. You know how to grab it by now. Through the camera, 230.56. That should be. That's a crash. Just kept it on the road. There we go. All wool and a yard wide completed. I'm sure the other two cars are very capable of getting this done. Just need some tuning or some upgrades. I was just a bit lazy and wanted to use the Ferrari Enzo. 1,100 horsepower. Absolute monster. So there we go, chapter 3, all wool and a yard wide complete. Earned 3 stars at the Roman Mile speed trap. On to chapter 4, a thing of beauty. Pretty simple this. Just drive 15 miles in your retro supercar. Just go for an absolute cruise around free roam in Forza Horizon 4. How lovely is that in summer in a retro supercar? So as it says on the tin then, just go for a little drive. There's no real quick way of getting this challenge completed. I suppose the quickest way of doing it would be up and down the motorway because you can travel the furthest distance the quickest. But other than that, just go for a rip in the countryside. So the motorway is 4 miles in length from one end to the other. If you hack it up and down, I'm doing 230 right now, you're going to have this challenge done in no time at all. Just 4 passes is all it's going to take to get this done. I'm actually going to crash. Well recovered, Skippy. I don't know quite know how I didn't crash there, but hey ho, we recovered it. Let's go round the roundabout, back down the other way. See you in a second when I've completed it. There we go, the apple of my eye is complete. 15-mile drive done. That's this week's Forzathon challenges completed. We're in a field for some reason. There we go, chapter 4, Thing of Beauty is completed. That concludes the apple of my eye. And this week's Forzathon challenges completed. Let's go ahead and check out the good old Forzathon shop then. We have the 2016 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio Forza Edition up for grabs. 625 Forzathon points. I'm pretty sure we all have this car by now. It's been in the Forzathon a couple of times. It's been up for grabs in the festival playlist a couple of times. And I think we were all given this at the beginning. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure everyone has this car by now. We also have the 1973 Ford XB Falcon GT. I'm not too sure why that's in here, but if it's a rare car, then fair enough, but I don't think it is. I'm going to completely pass. I've already got it anyway. I've already owned it, so I'm going to completely pass on that. 575 Forzathon points. The classic race suit outfit, 400 Forzathon points. I'm definitely grabbing that one because I don't own it. Legendary clothing. There we go, that's that one purchased. Karate Master emote, legendary emote. I've already got it, so I'm not sure how much that costs. We've also got the normal wheel spin and the Super Wheel Spin in there as well. So there we go, guys. That concludes this week's Forzathon Challenges Apple of my eye. It's worth about, I think, about 15 to 18%. It's saying 21 because I have some stars in the Top Gear Horizon story, which we still need to go and complete and unlock that 6x6. We're still doing the Lego Let's Play, and we're still showcasing some of these new cars that are coming as well. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. Got any questions about this week's Forzathon or the playlist in general, hit me up in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.